Hello everyone, my name is Mimi79. Today I've got some daily race beer around Catalonia. Now when I first saw this race on Kudos Prime, where you can check what the next week's races are, I was a little bit worried because generally I don't like this track. I'm not very good at it, I just don't like the layout. But actually it's thrown up some pretty good races and I've got one for you today, so quickly just let me know if you prefer the shorter videos where it's just one race, or if you prefer the ones where there's like 2 or 3 in them, or like an FIA race, so about 20 minutes long. Just let me know in the comments below because I want all the feedback I can get so I can improve the videos. But anyway, into turn number 4, Loop's going for the move on the inside there on Blay, but he does take the lead. However, Blade does have the inside for turn 5 and he's going to take the lead back. Loop's hanging it round the outside, but it's very, very difficult to make a move work there, especially when the next corner is the left as well. So Blade get a bit hairy on the exit there. Loop's looking for a move, but he just kind of backs off. And here, what I'm looking for really is an opening, because I know Loops is going to probably stick to the right, so we're going to brake late and we're going to go to the inside. Very lucky to avoid contact with Blay there, but we move up into second place. Considering Loops is a very, very, very fast driver, I'm quite lucky to have got past him. However, into turn number 12, he goes for the move, but we're going to have the inside, so he should be able to keep the position, but he hangs it round the outside in the chicken, so fair play to him. That was a brilliant move. There wasn't any contact, I don't think, maybe on the exit, but regardless I still would have probably lost on the curb, because you don't want to go round the outside at the chicken normally because of the way the corner is kind of set, because it's downhill. But anyway, Mark looking for a move there, but it just doesn't quite pay off. But this is the crucial point in the race now, because I've got to try and keep up with Loops and Mark, because if I don't, then any chance of a podium will just fade, I think. But round turn number 4, in the blue Audi R8 with the Red Bull livery, I found this livery quite a long time ago. I might spice it up, I might make one myself. However, cutting back to the action then, into turn number 7, very tricky corner to get right, because it kind of dips down a bit, and then you kind of have to accelerate uphill, very tricky. However, that corner, turn 9, much more difficult, because you've got to make sure you don't run wide, because you'll lose time and you'll pick up a ½ second penalty. Mark's slow there off the exit, however we can't quite make that work, and we are going to still stay in 4th place. However, we are slowly starting to drop the group behind. You can see that the gap to Eder in, I believe it's the red Audi, I think we saw in back of frame in the last replay. He's about a second behind, but we're going to cut to the replay camera. We're just going to see there, he's just there, he's almost in the slipstream, but he's not quite there, I don't think. So into the braking zone for turn 1, very hard to absolutely nail that braking zone. You want to brake halfway in between, there's a black box on the left hand side, and then the 100 board, you want to brake halfway in between those. However, right on the back of Mark here, and we're going to go to the left hand side because he covers the inside, and we are going to hang it round the outside, and it's a brilliant move, and we're going to have the inside for the next corner, and we are going to move up into 3rd place. Very, very good move. Had to be very careful I didn't accelerate too much on the exit of turn 4, because it's very easy to do that and to run wide and then spin and then get a 2-second penalty for clipping the car, recovering. So yeah, it's very tricky to get right, but we have moved up a place and we're back where we started, but now we've got to try and hold off this Spanish attack for 1.5 laps. It's going to be very tricky. So there, brakes a bit too late and he loses a lot of time. Gap's about 7/10 now. But I definitely struggled on this corner to kind of judge the amount of speed I should be carrying. Running wide there into the gravel, losing a lot of speed, and then into the chicken, mounting the curb, and then on the exit powering out as early as possible. Could have probably pulled out the slipstream range there if I didn't completely mess up turn number 12. But this is the final lap of the race. Mark on the inside there, we've got to leave him space. Braking just before the 100, but try and hang it around the outside, but it just isn't going to work at that corner. But again, we are right behind Mark, and what he does actually is very interesting. You can see there, he's already going to the left. So I was thinking about a move, but it just wasn't going to work. I didn't want to dive bomb him and potentially give him a penalty. As the penalty system right now was a bit wonky, shall we say, because the way it is right now, the person who gets hit gets the penalty most of the time, so it just doesn't add up. The best way to describe it really is just faulty, because it works sometimes, but most of the time it's really terrible at this state. I hope they completely revamp it for GT7 and do something like ACC's penalty system, because that actually works. Hitting Mark off there, I tried to slow down to land back through, but this is the final section of the race. There will be no mercy. However, into turn number 12, bit cautious into here. Tried to get a tighter line so I could get better run into the chicken, but Mark goes for the move, and to be fair, he pushes me off, so there wasn't really much I could do. Yeah, just getting there, a bit of contact. Instead of drifting through the corner, luckily it doesn't hit us, but it's going to be P4. If you did enjoy, like and subscribe, leave feedback, but take care everyone, and goodbye.